Constitution shall forthwith convene, which means right away kailangang mag-convene, no? Sa aming pananaw, Ma'am Ami, even without the special session, they can convene anytime as an impeachment court, even during recess, because that is the meaning of forthwith in the wording of the Constitution. Nevertheless, Ma'am Ami, uulitin ko ha, we respectfully submit to the wisdom and the discretion and the authority of our impeachment court. And of course, that is the 23 Philippine senators.
Ang sinasabi po kasi ni SP Escudero, para daw minamadali yata sila. Inupuan daw ng House of Representatives yung impeachment.
With all due respect, Ma'am Ami, to our Senate President, no, but I beg to disagree. Hindi po natin ito inupuan. At the end of the day, the prosecution team is ready and we are submitting to the wisdom and authority of the impeachment court.
Of course, Congresswoman, ang controversy ngayon kung bakit mabagal daw ang galaw ng Senate dito sa impeachment complaint. And in the meantime, ang sabi ni Senate President Chis Escudero, kailangan pa daw mag-draft ng new rules Is the Senate coordinating with the impeachment prosecutors o kailangan ba nilang mag-coordinate with you sa paggagawa ng mga yan?
I don't have any information whether they are coordinating with us. Pero in as far as I am concerned, wala naman akong nare-receive na coordination from the Senate counterpart, no? However, it is true na kailangan mag-draft ng rules for impeachment, no? Kailangan ito ma-approvean, dapat manumpa lahat ng impeachment court judges. Kaya lang medyo ang amin kasing appreciation dito ay kailangan agad mag-convene because this is a constitutional duty that we need to address right away, no? And as a matter of fact, contrary to the other opinion, naniniwala kami na even during recess, nothing prohibits the Senate from convening as an impeachment court because impeachment is sui generis. This is a thing of its kind. This is different from legislative work. Kung yung legislative dapat nakasession ang Congress, itong impeachment court, it does not necessarily need na on session ang Congress, no? So, technically speaking, wala namang nagpro-prohibit or nagbabawal why the Senate should convene right away, no? Kung saan, pwede na silang mag-approve sana ng rules for impeachment, mag-convene as an impeachment court, at magpa-oath sa mga senador, the 23 senators, who will be sitting as the impeachment court judges. Kaya lang, Ma'am Ami, we have to consider, no? The rightful authority is the Senate kasi sila yung court. Kami, prosecutor lang. So, ultimately, kahit ang appreciation namin dapat mag-convene agad, we respectfully submit to the wisdom and the authority of the impeachment court. And that is the 23 senators of the Philippines.
Iba-iba nga daw po kasi yung opinion niyan. Merong nagsasabi, si former Justice Carpio, sabi niya, kung pwedeng compromise, magtawag ng special session si President Marcos for a legislative process. Tapos, isasabay na lang daw yung special, dahil magkaka-special session na for legislation, pwede nang mag-hold ng impeachment trial, nakasabay nun. Do you think that's feasible?
Of course, we welcome the pronouncement of the President, no? Na kung may request ang Senate, pwede siyang magpatawag ng special session. We welcome also the pronouncement of SP Chis Escudero na kung may request ang President, they will be acting on the request for special session. But from the prosecution team, Ma'am Ami, we really do not think na kailangan ng special session because this is an impeachment trial. It does not need a special session to be able to come up with an impeachment court, no? Sui generis ito. At ang sabi sa Constitution shall forthwith convene, which means right away kailangang mag-convene, no? Sa aming pananaw, Ma'am Ami, even without the special session, they can convene anytime as an impeachment court, even during recess, because that is the meaning of forthwith in the wording of the Constitution. Nevertheless, Ma'am Ami, uulitin ko we respectfully submit to the wisdom and the discretion and the authority of our impeachment court. And of course, that is the 23 Philippine senators.
Ang sinasabi po kasi ni SP Escudero, para daw minamadali yata sila. Ano po yung minamadali sila at inupuan daw ng House of Representatives yung impeachment.
Mahigit 2 buwang inupuan, pinag-aralan, binasa, tiningnan ng Kamara yung mga impeachment complaint na nakabinbin. Mahigit 2 buwan, hindi finorward ng Secretary General ang impeachment complaint sa tanggapan ng Speaker para i-refer sa plenary at sa Committee on Justice. Magkatabi lamang naman ang kwarto tulad sa Senado ng Secretary General at ng Speaker, ang Secretary ng Senate at ng Senate President. Bakit naman kami bigla sasabihang gumalaw umakto agad sa loob lamang ng ilang oras? Kung nagpa-banjing-banjing sila gawin ito, siguro wala naman silang basihan ngayon na madaliin kami lalo na nasa huling araw na ng sesyon. Yan pinadala sa amin halos mag-aalas 5 pa ng hapon.
3 impeachment complaints in 2 months, tapos bigla-bigla daw pinadala sa kanila at the 11th hour. Tapos ngayon daw mabadaliin sila. Ano po yung masasabi niyo ron?
With all due respect, Ma'am Ami, to our Senate President, no, but I beg to disagree. Hindi po natin ito inupuan. As a matter of fact, since the time the 3 impeachment complaints were filed, nagkaroon po ng individual evaluation ang ating mga congressmen. Nagkaroon ng sari-sariling pag-aaral. Until recently, ay nagkaroon ng party-initiated na meeting kung saan nabuo yung common decision or collegial stand to come up with a 4th impeachment complaint, which was supported by 215 members of the House. Let us always remember, no, na ang lower house po, just like the upper house, is a collegial body. I cannot decide alone. Some Kongs cannot decide on their own. We need to come up with a decision of majority. For the purpose of impeachment, the requirement of the law is 1/3. Bagaman it took time, no? It is because kailangan po naming mag-arrive sa isang common decision. And in this particular case, the impeachment complaint was transmitted by a supermajority, 215 plus additional of 25. Kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, then that would be a total of 240 members of the House supporting the impeachment complaint. It is our understanding na ito pong 4th impeachment complaint is a consolidation of the first 3 impeachment complaints. The difference is this, yun pong tatlo, endorsed by private individuals, no? Endorsed by few or 1 member of the House only, si Representative Sandanya. In that case, ang rota po na susundin niya, it has to be referred first to the Justice Committee kung saan magkakaroon ng preliminary hearing at ang Justice Committee po ay binibigyan ng 60 days to resolve whether approve or disapprove ang impeachment complaint. Hindi po kakayanin considering the limited time, the limited session that is remaining. And these are the considerations, Ma'am Ami, kung bakit we decided, the 240 members of the House decided that we come up with a with the 4th impeachment complaint na endorsed by more than 1/3 of the members in compliance with the law. And with that, pwede naming i-do away na yung hearing sa Justice Committee. And just like what happened, it was immediately transmitted to the Senate. Pero hindi po namin yan inupuan. Pasensya na po. Hindi po natin yan inupuan. Yan po'y pinag-aralan. Because of the intercession of political party, we were able to come up with a collegial decision, and that is to endorse the impeachment complaint. That endorsement was done by 215 plus 25 members of the 19th Congress of the Philippines.
Ito, hindi naman speculative story. Tinanong din namin yung mga senador, bakit ang tagal-tagal? Bakit hindi nasusunod yung 4th tweet sa Constitution? Sabi nila, may timeline silang binigay eh. Hahanda daw nila pa yung yung mga bagong rules dahil bago nga tong impeachment concerning a Vice President. Tapos magbibigay ng parang siguro yung sa umpisa sa korte, before filing in court, may parang preliminaries, magkukuha daw ng mga affidavit, counter-affidavit from the Vice President. Sa tingin nyo, medyo matagal pa rin yun, February, March, April, May, June.
We call it pre-trial, no? Yung sinasabi ni SPGs na gagawin for the trial proper, no? it's actually part of the ordinary court proceedings, no? Pag sinabi po nating pre-trial, dyan po nagkakaroon ng listing of evidence, both the prosecution and the defense, listing of witnesses, both the prosecution and the defense, the stipulation of facts, the admission of both parties, and the issues defined for the purpose of the impeachment trial, no? I appreciate really the significance of pre-trial kasi with my recollection sa mga nangyayaring court proceedings, para itong nagiging master plan ba ng pagdadaanan ng entire court proceedings, no? As much as possible, we do not debate kung anong nandoon na sa pre-trial order, no? Kaya one issue is, paano daw kung hindi napalista yung ebidensya doon sa pre-trial brief? The question will be, bawal na bang ipresenta ito during the trial proper? The answer is, as a general rule, bawal. But there is an exception to the rule. Pwede, provided na newly discovered evidence ito. Ibig sabihin, na-discover lang only after the pre-trial proceedings, no? So that is one important thing na kailangang malaman ng ating mga kababayan. And another thing, nabanggit din ni SP Cheese the use of judicial affidavit. Ito po'y ginagamit din sa lahat ng court proceeding, no? Bagaman, the drawback of a judicial affidavit is, hindi na po ma-witness ng publiko yung direct examination ng witnesses kasi judicial affidavit is being used in lieu of the direct examination. Nevertheless, kahit may judicial affidavit na, hindi naman po prohibited either the prosecution or the impeachment court judges to make an additional direct or to make clarificatory questions. After pong makonclude yung direct examination, papasok naman po yung opposing counsel to cross-examine the witness, check the veracity of his testimony, no? Kaya lang ang drawback nga po nito, hindi na ma-witness ng publiko, which is very important, the demeanor, the testimony during the direct examination because it was provided already in writing by way of a judicial affidavit. Nonetheless, kung ang question lang po, para makatipid ng oras, yes, judicial affidavit is significant. Pero ito pong impeachment trial na ito, one important purpose of this is to inform the public, no? So, I believe na kung ang purpose natin is to inform the public of what really happened, dapat siguro ay direct examination should be done by oral testimony instead of a judicial affidavit.
Sa paggawa ng rules na panibago at saka sa pre-trial, reasonable ba yung 3 months? 3 months yun Until June puwera pa yung umpisa mismo. Reasonable ba yung 3 months?
I cannot tell really, Ms. Ami, no? Sapagkat, first and foremost, this is my first time to experience an impeachment trial. And secondly, I wish to defer to the authority and wisdom of the impeachment court. Whether that 3 months is too long or too short for them to finish the rules until pre-trial, let us submit it to the wisdom and the authority of the impeachment court judges.
Kung dagdagan pa ng 2 months, hindi ba sobrang tagal na yun? Kasi yun ngayon ang inaano ng mga tao. Natatagalan na dun sa June 3, biglang napunta sa end of July. That's 2 months
I
additional.
understand kasi even last year may public clamor na, no? May public clamor na when the impeachment process will start since na-receive ng Office ng Secretary General yung 3 impeachment complaint, talagang clamor na. Tapos nung transmit natin yung 4th impeachment complaint, kumbaga parang nagkaroon ng hope ang publiko na eto na. And then when our SP Senate President made his pronouncement about the possible timeline, medyo nalungkot na naman, no? So let's wait and see. Basta at the end of the day, the prosecution team is ready and we are submitting to the wisdom and authority of the impeachment court. Pasensya na po kay SP Cheese if I am making this comment, but that is in as far as we are concerned only. But ultimately, we give the highest respect to the impeachment court.
Sige, the impeachment court is of course drawing up their own rules, Pero being part of the prosecution, meron ba kayong gusto sanang makita dun sa mga rules na yon? In part, kung tatanungin kayo kung sakasakali lang naman ng Senado, ano po ang isasuggest nyo na sana kasama sa rules?
Well, ang importante lang naman doon is the compulsory process of the impeachment court na dapat they can compel the attendance of witnesses. they can compel the submission of documents. I think that is what matters para makagalaw ng ayos ang impeachment court.
Kung nag-umpisa po yung trial, kahit anong date, sige, sabihin natin, ano yung reasonable time na nakikita nyo, given the evidence that you have gathered so far, given the testimonies, ano po yung nakikita nyong reasonable timeline for the duration of the trial?
I really cannot tell, Ma'am Ami, no? Kasi after the direct examination, may cross. After ng cross, pwedeng mag-redirect. After ng redirect, may recross. And all those are apart and separate from the clarificatory questions which will be raised by the impeachment court judges. We have to consider we have 7 articles of impeachment. Unless we decide along the way na yung 3 na lang ang aming i-presenta. Pero I am talking only about the prosecution's evidence. Magprepresenta din po ang defense. Pagdating po sa defense, may direct uli, examination. After the direct, may cross-examination. After the cross, may redirect. And after redirect, mayroong recross. So, I think this will really take time, no? It depends on the impeachment court judges. How long are they gonna allot? How many hours are they gonna allot for the purpose of the impeachment trial? And how many days in a week are they gonna allot for the purpose of the same?
Sa ngayon po, yung nakikita namin, 4 days a week daw, 4 days ng work week, tapos baka half a day lang daw. At kasi may legislation pa di ba? Marami din, pag-upo niya, nang-aasikasuhin nyo actually is the budget again, na controversial
Yes.
pa nga ngayon. So, sa tingin nyo, considering that kind of timeline, abutin kaya siya ng more than half a year siguro? Reasonably.
I don't know, Ma'am Ami. I really cannot tell, no? The ball is really in the hands of the Senate on how they are going to conduct this impeachment trial. Kami po, in as far as we are concerned, we will all be actively participating as public prosecutors, joined by the private prosecutors.
Congressman, I think I can safely say na marami naman pong nag-agree sa mga member ng House na naiinip na ang mga tao kung kailan uumpisan tong impeachment trial. Ano po yung masasabi niyo sa mga kababayan natin na naiinip na tinuturo yung constitutional provision on fortuity, isa lang ang ibig sabihin ng kahit anong diksyonaryo ang tingnan natin. Ano po yung masasabi niyo?
Kami po sa prosecution team, we totally agree with you na this is something which must be acted upon with haste, no? Kasi constitutional duty natin to, both the prosecution team and the impeachment court. But at the end of the day, let us understand, isa lamang po ang impeachment court. And that is the 23 senators who will be taking their oath as impeachment court judges. Again, to conclude, bagaman ang appreciation po natin ay this must be done with haste, and we submit ultimately to the wisdom and authority of the 23 senators.